The Last Berserker by Angus Donald. Fireborn, Book 1. Read by Ade Dimberline. For Daisy D, the Berserkist. Prologue. The wrecker limped towards the village, the butt of his long-handled axe dragging a furrow in the sandy soil. He hummed to himself as he approached the gate in the fence that surrounded the tiny settlement by the sea. It was a simple, four-note tune, rhythmic, repetitive, hypnotic, an ancient melody. The vibration deep in his throat suppressed the frailty of his much-wounded body and coaxed the beast once more from its lair within his heart. He was a huge man, his scarred face toed ugly under a greasy fringe of hair, his heavy shoulders made bulkier by the fur cloak draped over his back. The filth-matted fur vambraces which protected his forearms made his upper limbs appear absurdly large, particularly when combined with the ropes of coiled muscle on display. A loincloth and a pair of leather greaves, sewn with iron strips and strapped over his boots, completed his costume. 50 paces from the rickety gate, he hefted the axe onto his shoulder and broke into a lumbering trot, increasing to the full charge as he neared the wooden fence. The humming rose in pitch and volume to become a terrible keening screech, and then an open-throated, piss-curdling scream. At a full sprint, he threw his massive body against the collection of sun-faded sticks held together by thongs and hemp twine, and crunched through the gate, bursting out the other side, into the village itself, in a shower of debris. The two gate guards, village men armed with no more than fishing spears and wicker shields, were already running by the time he had brushed the splinters from his fur-cloaked shoulders. The wrecker threw back his head, lifted the axe high in both hands, and roared with mingled rage and triumph. Then he set to work. He strode to the nearest house, a slumped hovel of wattle and daub with a sagging turf roof. He ripped the leather curtain aside, swung low, and sank his axe into the groin of a man who lunged at him with a bait knife in hand. He booted the collapsing man's body back into the cottage, and chuckling and calling out a jovial word of greeting, he followed it inside. The air was ripped apart by the sounds of violence, shouts of anger first, then squelches and cracks, then screams of pain. Finally, a woman's voice, pleading, begging, cut horribly short. The wrecker emerged a few moments later, splattered all over with gore and laughing like a donkey. He shook the axe head free of its slick coating, droplets scattering, and stumbled on into the heart of the village. A bitch, a mongrel with a good deal of wolfhound in her, barked at him.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?